Welcome to the final part of Fatal Frame 4. This time we're playing as Ruka once again as we go through the final chapter. We're going to get through this, we're going to solve the mysteries, we're going to get all the ghosts out of here, and yeah, we're going to face our final boss as well. So let's go inside this room here and see what we can find. Last time we defeated our daddy, our father. So now we're inside an area where we're going to go as deep as possible into this whole entire place. And we're going to head to a lighthouse, in fact, because a lighthouse exists now, which is just there. Yeah, this is where the heroine was. Yep. All those masks. There he is. We only saw him from behind. And we never see his face. Alright, so there are a few things here. One's blue crystal, one's red crystal, the other stuff are readables. So let's go ahead and grab this one right here, which should be a red crystal. That or a readable. Not red crystal. Alright, so these are readables. First of all, this one. About the masked lunar eclipse. It is said that of the Yamatsuki family mask makers, Soetsu used the most extreme techniques. After a day of that suffering, Soetsu's mask ominously disintegrated into ash. The remains were enshrined beneath the current head's room so that the mask could be studied. Alright, 6 pages by the way. The basic form of the masked lunar eclipse was probably created in that shrine. Soetsu would sit before the shrine carving the mask, and his high level of skill would bring him into a serene, meditative state. Okay. Soetsu spent many long hours before the shrine, gradually nearing a polished technique, but it was not yet enough. I was recently shown a photograph of the director who had the masked lunar eclipse. Dr. Kunihiro Asao once visited this island, took some photographs of Kagura dance, and saw the masked lunar eclipse being made by Soetsu. This masked lunar eclipse that Soetsu made, others would not understand its truth, but I do. But I cannot understand why the photograph captured the lost masked lunar eclipse. Did that camera obscura capture the past, capture a shadow of Soetsu? The photograph slightly blurred, but the importance and power of the masked lunar eclipse comes through clearly enough. I must overcome this masterpiece, achieve Soetsu's mask's most earnest wish, to complete the mask of the lunar eclipse. So yeah, this is something. The camera has revealed some things again, and caused some issues. Hey, more stuff. So it's Soya scroll. The afterlife definitely exists. However, we have not seen it yet. When the moon is fully eclipsed, will it appear as they say it will? Maybe. So far, it's about to. So who knows? One more item to find. It's right by these masks. It's that really creepy mask in the middle there. Go ahead, grab it, and yes, it's blue crystal. We don't need blue crystal anymore because we already got the whole camera upgraded, but if we're doing a new game plus, we'll be needing that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just waste away the red crystal right now to some lens. We'll start with this one right here, the slow lens. And I believe that'll be the last time I ever upgrade any of these lenses, so there you go. All upgrading is now done. I do change the lens, though, to get rid of one of them, one I don't need. It's that one right there, the purple one. Yeah, temporarily increase the power of your attack. I'll switch it to the consume all power and deal a blow relative to that power. We have full power now, so I'm pretty sure that can do a lot. But I'm going to rely on the zero lens, because zero lens is supposed to be the most overpowered lens of the entire series, so why would I not use that? And Soya's note. I tried all possible means, crafted the perfect mask. It had not the slightest flaw. Still, why did she bloom? Why did the ceremony passage fail? The Atsuwa? The Kanade? I wonder why. Just as I was getting to understand the reason, the resonance had begun between them, and no technique or method can help. I, just like Soetsu, gave birth to another day without suffering. Yep, so you're fucked up. Seeing the end at last with my own eyes, that shall be my reward. After reading this, we then get a cutscene because, of course we do, we get to see what happened here.
に虚無の中をさまよい続けると思っていた昨夜が目覚めた。夜に開く花のように静かに大きく。目覚めた昨夜は島中を徘徊し始めた。昨夜を見た者はみんな咲いてしまった。海へ逃げようとした人々も地下に隠れた人々も、そしてもうすぐここにも来るだろう。せめてあの場所に行こう。月はみの面を作るためにあそこで長い時間を費やした。あの場所は静かだ。
So yeah, Soya is deep inside this cave area, but the cave is behind this altar. So let's go ahead and, you know, use a mechanism to open it up, like so. And now we head into the final areas of this entire game. Beyond this point is basically the path of no return, so off we go. Alright, so we get this hallway here, because this game loves its hallways. There'll be 3 ghosts I take a picture of, and each time we see this ghost, the game is going to do some things. Yep. First of all, be black and white. And the other thing is that I can't run. I can only walk. I can run again once this whole scene's over. See? That'll happen 3 times. So, that was the first time. Pretty easy. All these pictures are pretty easy because the ghost stays for a while, so, you know. Second one here is down the stairs. And the third one will be right by a door. So, yeah, that's about the gist of this, really. So, yeah, we're nearing the end of the game now. How have you guys fared about all of this? What do you think will be awaiting for us at that light tower? Because that's our destination right now. We have no idea where else to go, so obviously head for the tower. Just take a while. Don't mind us. We can fucking wait. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly equip my blue shots because at this point, obviously, use them. There's a ghost fight incoming. It's incredibly easy as long as you have upgraded camera and the blue shot. So, we'll just push through that. Other than that, it's just a lot of hallway running. Like, it's just hallway part 2, essentially. Not as big, long, and boring. There is some stuff around, but it's a hallway. There is one thing, though, and it is that finally I'm still a little bit of a piece of shit, and also, that hand has not fucked off. Yeah. The hand will stay about. The hand will never fuck off. We just gotta get used to that. Alright. So now it's time for a ghost fight. And that ghost fight is right over here. Just look at him, wait for the fatal frame attack, and done. Yeah, this guy's not a threat anymore. So, pretty easy shit. Yep, go through. There will be a threat incoming with this chapter, but right now, that guy is just no problem anymore. After fighting Daddy, and after the 5-girl roundup fights, Yeah, the fucking teleporting dude isn't gonna be a problem to us anymore. Alright. Now it's time to really just run for quite a while into a lot of area, because there's a lot of branching paths, a lot of dead ends with nothing in them, and essentially just a lot of fucking hallway, so yeah. Here's an item for us to read. Yep, it's not unreadable. It's a big one. The Rogetsu Kagura is a dance that comforts the dead, but what is the extent of the pain of the souls of the deceased? Otto Haibara said the soul is a massive memory. There is no way to destroy a soul. After death, the eternal memory remains, and there is only unending pain, suffering, and loneliness. 6 pages of this. Get ready for a lot of reading. It's not as dense as, you know. But would it be a good thing to lose all memory? The Otsuwa's mask eliminates even her face, and the mass lunar eclipse made by Soetsu completely erased all memories. It is possible to make a memory-breaking mask. But if memories are completely erased, do the souls disappear into pure nothingness? Yeah, we're gonna be having a lot of this. A lot of questions by Soya. After all memories of the soul are lost, Soetsu assumed that there are some that remain. If a circle is made extremely small, it becomes a point. No matter how small it is made, that point remains. It is not gone. The same is true of the human soul. That's quite a fucking example, but I can agree with this. It is not that simple. Each circle is different, but they invariably become points when made smaller. It is the primordial place everyone passes through, and everyone shares the arrival at this end point. This point is certainly the afterlife recorded by Soetsu. I was fascinated by this idea. Of course you were, Suya. Of course you were. You fucking weirdo. Could it be at the moment we are born in the moment we can no longer visit that place? Everyone exists in the afterlife, the place where salvation can be found. Soetsu probably tried to reach the afterlife of the massive lunar eclipse. Probably regrets it now, maybe. Who knows? Because the Retsugo Kagura dance, does the Komeria passage no longer have a true function? Soetsu has lost the memory journey of salvation. I must make the true mask of the lunar eclipse. So yeah, he's got a journey to go through. He's got to make that fucking mask again. Which, you know, is kind of a bad fucking idea, but whatever. I mean, you do you, Soya. Unfortunately, you doing you kind of fucked you, so, you know. Oh, here's another one. Can't run. Now I can. Just run forward and you'll get to this. There's Daddy. Go forward to get a little bit of a scene. I'm not gonna make it loud for the scene. There you go. And now, we get Soya's final notes. Let's go ahead and see his last words. Well, last written words, really. Although the end approaches, it feels strangely quiet. The mask has existed here for a long time, but the design of the mask was flawed. In order to exceed the mask-making skill of Soetsu's generation, difficult study was required. However, the day of that suffering still occurred. Because you know, can't make this work out. Okay. But now that I think about it, maybe the massive lunar eclipse was not what caused the failure. Sakuya is blooming. It is much larger than the previous day of that suffering, more magnificent. Yes, Sakuya might have been the main problem here, which is kind of an enigma. The day of the next lunar eclipse, Sakuya will be in even greater bloom than after the ceremony was performed. That blooming face, it was the mass lunar eclipse Soetsu asked for. Even I worry about it. Seems like it. Sakuya will come here soon as well. At least until then, I want to sit in peace and quiet. And he did, until his death. And off she goes. So, yeah. Sakuya got to him. Also, there is some red crystals here. Let me go ahead and grab them. There you go. Alright, now we go to the other path, because on the other path leads to essentially outside this cave. Once we're outside the cave, we'll be very near where the lighthouse is, so yeah, at that point, we're basically going to be nearing the end stage area. I've liked the design of this entire thing. The map has not been a confusing mess for the most part. There has been some annoying backtracking I had to cut out, but overall it's not been that bad, and for the most part it has kept itself fresh, so that's good news. I mean, it has made these videos long, but it's kept itself fresh at least. Game's lagging. There we go. Alright, so let's just, you know, move on forward, because as I go forward... Yeah. Now, on the sides here, before we leave, there is 2 items. One's crystals, the other one is a readable. Blue crystals, and behind me is the readable. Just look down. Should be to my right. Yeah. Let's see what this one says, shall we? Coming of the day without suffering. Alright. Coming of the day without suffering. Beware when the Utsuwa wearing the masked lunar eclipse sleeps after the ceremony of passage. Beware! Do be afraid. She will bloom in the blooming resonance, causing every person on the island to bloom without pain. They become an empty vessel who is living although dead. Well, that seems to be the thing that's been happening so far. Coming up the day without suffering. They will confine themselves in tunnels, but she will pass them. They bud, then bloom, if touched, if seen. The mass is cut, the mass is broken. We are broken. So, yeah, people have gone fucking nuts. And there's been a lot of warnings. And hey, a beachside. And you guessed it. Because what's been happening, the beachside is fairly haunted. Yeah, you can see there's a thing there. There's blue crystals here, but as you can guess, the fucking hand, which you can barely see. You know what else? There's also this. Did you see that? The picture changed. And the picture's gonna change again as soon as we go across from here. And take this one. Yeah, our pictures are becoming a lot more haunted now. And, they do mean a lot, considering the water and such. But hey, we made it to the lighthouse. And yeah, the moon is starting to close for the lunar eclipse now. We gotta get there, because Sakuya is there, waiting for us to kill her, essentially. And now we run down a very long hallway. It wouldn't be that long, really. But because of our running speed, which I honestly think is slower than any other game, at least for the most part. Yeah, this is rather long. Rather fucking long. Not a fan of the lag, but yeah, there you go. And now I'm going to change over to my blue, because at this point, we're now going to get into a ghost fight. And I want to be prepared for it. Actually, yeah, green, fuck it. Because there is almost a safe spot up ahead. And I'm going to essentially just max out my green film when I get to it. No holds barred at that point. Yeah, here we go. Right behind me. Alright, you know what to do. It's Utsuwa. Done. Look at how many points I got there. 50,000. Jesus. Alright. Let's go inside, shall we? Because inside, I'm going to stockpile the fuck out of my green film. That's type 61. We're gonna need all the fucking type we can get. The blue type is not gonna help us anymore. Alright, here it is. Alright. And by the way, Sacred Water, type 90, they just stay alot forever for me. Either this shit is New Game Plus stuff, or it's for hard, which I don't have yet, because I have to beat the game first to get hard. And yep, look at it go. There you go, the maximum is 99. And with that, with a maximum of 99, I forgot to save. Don't worry, I will save. I'll run back down and make sure on that. I'm getting my fucking 99 type 61s out. I'm gonna get ready for some fighting, because we're gonna be in for fighting one ghost 3 times. And yeah, I remembered, oh, I have to save, because I don't want to go through all that shit again. This is the only save point of the entire chapter, so probably should save here. And there you go, that's our last save point of the entire game. At this point, we're just going in. So yeah, we're going to be fighting against Dad again. He is, you know, a pretty difficult fight. He's second hardest ghost in the game, really, for the most part. So all we gotta do is get our film ready and go to fucking town on him. Each of his fights are gonna last a while. Get ready for it. Make sure you prepare yourself for fatal frame attacks too, because you want to get that to happen. And if he gets his mask out, just shoot at him or, you know, avoid it. Or just hit the mask, really. Alright, what's up top? Cutscene.
昨夜の顔そのものが月はみの面なのだ。すべての人々が咲くことになる。
And thus begins our first fight of 3 with this guy. He shoots the mask immediately. I run into it to get rid of it. So yeah, at this point, either I get my fatal frame attacks, or I just do full shots. Ooh, I should have waited. I got shadow chance though. So yeah, this is essentially what we're doing 3 times. The same guy every fucking time. And he is annoying to deal with here because of the walls. It will eventually get a bit more open a little bit later on. But right here, he has a lot of access to walls. So, yeah. And yeah, I'm trying to get used to getting the fatal frame shot from him. Because I need that fatal frame shot if I want to get through this quickly. And it's not easy to actually, you know, get it right. It's very easy to fuck up the whole fatal frame shot. Okay, I got him. Unfortunately, he went in the wall, so I can't get him again. That was different. Whatever, he's dead. But yeah, that was a different kind of grab, which is annoying. And hey, the face of the person who had become the mask would come back from the lunar eclipse. Do not let it resonate. Don't let it. The resonance will consume the island and grow. Everyone will bloom. The person who would become the mask shall be still to become the mask of the lunar eclipse. Wearing that same mask of the lunar eclipse, go to the ceremony of passage. Do not halt the resonance. Don't do that. It is taboo to see the face of the masked lunar eclipse. Only the person wearing the same mask may see the face. But beware, to know fear is for the mask to bloom. From here the letters become blurred and illegible. So yeah, that was Soetsu's writing. Which means either that was Soetsu or that's still Soya. Either way, there's a blue crystal. There's one more blue crystal left to get. I will show you where it is. But right now, it's time to climb the long-ass spiral staircase. You're gonna be climbing this staircase for a while. You're gonna be switching between these two stairs each time. It's actually kind of annoying. Eventually, though, as we get up this one, we get into our second fight of that same ghost. Except now, there's a bit more room to work with when it comes to, you know, walls being in the way. Unfortunately, our space with walking around is a bit more fucked because we can only walk on this walkway and stairway. We don't have that much room to dodge or move around in, so there's that sort of like trade-off, but more room to actually be able to aim and shoot at him is better than nothing. There he is. There is this wall here in the middle, and there is the wall behind me. But, for the most part, there's a lot more room to get shots out of him. So, yeah, this is fine. There you go. See, that's how you get rid of the mask. You don't want to walk into it. Just get a full shot and then shoot him. Here he comes. Fucked it. I will eventually get the, you know, fatal frame shot down correctly with the grabbing bullshit. It's just taking me a while because I'm not too used to this ghost yet. It's not that it's like immediately. Sometimes we'll just do it like right then and there. So it's a bit hard for me to get the timing down. And again, he has two different types of grabbing. He has the one where he pulls back a bit before actually grabbing you. He's the other one where he doesn't pull back. He just does a slow grab. It's really awkward to figure out. He also likes to be right behind me, so there's that too. Either way, I have the type for this guy. Like, I'm not gonna run out of type when it comes to this fight, so we'll make it through this. Got him. And that's our second fight done with him. We have one more fight of him to encounter, but that'll be later. Anyway, I could go up this way, but we want to go in the middle and then go downstairs from this area. Because if you went upwards this way, we couldn't be able to. It's blocked off by rubble. If we go the other direction of this, however, if we go around that rubble over to the other side, there is an item here. There is a blue crystal here. Yeah, it's right there. Go ahead and grab it. Yep. And that is the last of the blue crystals and the red crystals, in fact. We are never really going to see that shit again. At this point, it's just going to be readables from now on. So, that is all your upgrade points for your first playthrough, or any playthrough, really. You know, if you need them for the New Game Plus, make sure you grab them before you end the game. Otherwise, just follow where I'm going, which is climbing up this way now. And, yeah. As soon as we get at least close enough to the top, like after we see this weird blue thing, I'm guessing there's a photo take here, but the walkthrough never actually tells me that there's a place to shoot a picture at, so I don't really know where it is. All I do know is that as we go up the stairs, we get to our third and final fight with this guy, so let's go. Fucked it. I'll just run to the mask. Come on, go for the grab. Oh, fuck's sake. He went in the wall. He went in the wall. Shake my Wiimote. Shake my Wiimote. Good, I dodged it. Full. I want to get away from this wall. Oh, shit. Fucked it again. Just get right in his face. Okay, stay in the middle stairway because then I get the most room really here. And, yeah, just wait for him. Got him. What? How? Fucking hell, game. Okay, I gotta get the fatal frame shot to end this. Let's go. There it is. One more. And that's it. 3,000 damage. He is done. And we get Soya's final note. Soon everything will vanish, be lost, and I finally understand. I was eagerly chasing Soetsu's trail. I saw the name same as Soetsu. Fought the same thing, did the same thing, became Soetsu himself. That was how I felt. So Soya became Soetsu. Ironically, shortly before death, things have become slightly clearer. When the next ceremony is done and Sakuya's face blooms in that mask, she will bloom even greater than has ever been seen before. However, there is no other choice but to perform the ceremony again in order to say, calm, Sakuya's blooming. It's in between a few notes, I'm guessing. As tradition dictates, in order to seal the Atsuo, who once bloomed the day without suffering, the ceremony of passion must be done again. I do not understand why, but surely if it is under the same circumstance that the souls of the dead were accepted, perhaps the Atsuo's soul may also return. Here we go. But the ceremony of passage was lacking something. What will calm the calming soul? The soul's echo, something that will calm. Can you figure out what that might be? And hey, the final piece, which means... there it is. The mask of the lunar eclipse. The namesake of the game. We have what we're here for. So now, all that's left to do is get a few more normal photo shots, get my health back up a little bit, and then head for the final boss. Go up this stair here, and you will reach the absolute final area of the game, the top of the lighthouse. Just open that door, please, and let's go in and go to the end game. Yep, up the stairs we go. A few more stairs to climb. And the picture is right there. Got it? That's not all, though. There is an item here on a broken piece of pipe. There you go. Broken railing. Oh, that's the last blue crystal. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. But hey, now take a picture of, well, your mother here. Yep, Sayaka. Take a picture of her, go up to her, and you'll get something from her, which she is here to help you out with.
Ruka, Tsukimori no uta.
And with that, we now get this item. This readable, really. From Mummy, it's about the Tsukimori song. On Ragetsu On, there is a family known as the Tsukimori. The Tsukimori family guards the lunar melody as protectors of the moon. On Ragetsu On, there are many legends about the lunar melody and about a person's destiny. Only 3 pages, thank God. It's our final readable, by the way. The Tsukimori family also guards Tsukimori's song. The Tsukimori song, the day of the new moon, becomes a melody. That melody comforts the young, just like the mother's womb. Okay, then. It's a bit of a weird thing to have there. At times when the moon is troubled, it will resonate, culminating in the blooming. When the moon is troubled, the Tsukimori family soothes the raging moon and the souls through the Tsukimori song. Once the song reaches these souls, they may return to the spirit world through the moon. Because this is a Suda 51 game still. So, now all I gotta do is just go all the way around, get to the ladder, climb it up, and then it'll be time for our final boss. Which means, switch to your Type 0. Because now it's time for the final fight of Fatal Frame 4. The final boss. I fucking love this music right now. There she is. The Bloom Sayaka. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. I have my zero lens, I have my zero type. There's the piano right there. Let's do this. Unfortunately for me, I fucked this up quite a bit. Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of damage, and her health is already halved. Unfortunately, I fucked it. Because she teleported. And I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, she just does a spin. She's doing that bullcrap. I couldn't get a fatal frame from her really until I believe the end, which kind of sucks. I can't do a zero shot anymore. And yeah, I did that fucking thing. It didn't do much, however, and I missed again. And I used all my type zeros, so don't worry. She has fuck all health now. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my red type and just end it now. Which, she does end it in a spectacular way by giving me my fatal frame shot. So we're done, right? Well, no. That piano we saw before, we now have to go to it. And just to give you a note, if you fuck this bit up, we have to fight her again. So, yeah. The good news is I'm playing with a real Wiimote control, so I'm not gonna fuck this up. The piano thing is not that hard when you have the control for it, you're not using emulated Wiimotes. So, yeah, let's do this. Examine.
Ruka, Tsukimori no uta o.
Yep, the Tsukimori song. The Lunar Melody sheet music. There it is, the coding table. And there you go. We have to code the Tsukimori song. The lunar song, the melody of the song. The troubled moon troubled. The lunar song suits the raging moon, the dead souls. If the song reaches the soul, it may return to the afterlife. It's now time to play the full piano puzzle. And all we have to do, and no, it's not going to be this blurry, it's just this one bit here. See? And it sounds different too. Yeah, it was a bit different there at the end, but we're ready for it. So, let's play the song and play out this game. And that's it! That is Fatal Frame 4. Enjoy your ending, everybody.
私のつぼみは咲き乱れて形もないどんな色に染まっていたかを忘れてしまった父さん満ち欠ける光に思いを束ねてあなたに続いてゆく私がいなければあなたは両手を翼に変えてゆけた揺れる意識の中沈む胸を手繰り寄せ待って待って
So yeah, that's the end of the Fatal Frame 4. I'm gonna talk over the song and the credits now. So, how do I feel about Fatal Frame 4 then? Well, I like it more than 3. Do I like it more than 2? I would say that Fatal Frame 2 and 4 are kind of on the same level. It has a really nice story. The gameplay is nice. The map design is good. And for the most part, I like the whole flashlight thing, even though it made a lot more combat than fucking horror in that regard. And all the characters are likable to me. I like every single character, including the prologue one, in this game. The male character, in fact, didn't fucking suck in this game, unlike in Fatal Frame 3, where, you know... I don't want to talk about him. I don't. He fucking sucks. But, yeah, Choshiro was actually pretty good. I enjoyed him a lot. I enjoyed his story and his character. I liked the whole detective thing with him. And yeah, like, Asao and, Ruka, like, both of those girls were really fun to be with. And... I forgot her name, Misaki or whatever, the first girl from the prologue. Even though we barely played as her, I feel like she was a nice, like, start-off for how things would go. And for the most part, I feel like the story did a really good job here. And again, the pseudoism is here. You know, the moon, the way the whole combat shit works and such. Like, this is very much a pseudo game in how it's made. And you can't go wrong with that. And I do think this is one of his stronger projects. Then again, it was made by people who, you know, it was mainly made by people who have made these fucking games before, so there's that. But I feel like Suda did make it stronger with his pseudoisms. And, yeah, that is Fatal Frame 4. If I had to really rank it at this point, I would say that Fatal Frame 1 is still kind of the strongest because the gameplay, the ghosts, everything about it was just really good. The horror was really there, and it just felt better. It did have a lot of shadiness, like a lot of confusion and difficult puzzles, and it could get a bit bullshit, but Fatal Frame 1 was fine. Fatal Frame 2 has its moments, but it was very confusing and not really that much fun to go around in. And the story was a bit awkward, especially all the endings of it. So, for the most part, Fatal Frame 2, I think it's a good game, but not a huge thing I want to go back to. Fatal Frame 3 was not that good. I don't think Fatal Frame 3 was that good of a game. It was confusing, it was muddled, it had some unlikable characters, it was fan service for the first game, and it wasn't that great. Fatal Frame 4, though, I would say it's above 3, and maybe on par of 2. So yeah, I liked 4. I found it to be a good game. And that's sorry. And of course, I'm about to get a rank D. Yeah, my ranks are gonna be shit no matter what. I did unlock some stuff, but yeah, now comes what will come next time for Fatal Frame for me. Will I do the 3DS game, or will I actually do Fatal Frame 5 on the Wii U? It'll be Fatal Frame 5. I don't have a 3DS, I have a Wii U though, and I have indeed bought the game, so I can play it. So yeah, I'll be playing Fatal Frame 5 next time on next year's stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this game. And yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good game. As a Fatal Frame edition, I think it's a strong thing for this series. The weakest one to me was 3. 3 just kind of sucked. I didn't like 3. I found it to be really weak and unlikable and just bland. 2 was sad but nice. 1 was good, and this one was good. Not so much good news about 5 from what I've heard, but I'm hopeful. And hey, a nice little menu there. Okay, so we only have one game left, and as I said back in the last part of Fear, it's going to be Chaos Break on the PS1. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Fatal Frame 4. I will see you next time, Fatal Frame 5. We will be going through with the Wii U controller and everything like that. But for now, next time, we're doing Chaos Break. So thanks for watching, and I will see you then for the last game of this year of horror games. See you then.